Welcome, everyone. My name is Stan Loveman, and I've been friends with Arun for many, many years, so I know a little bit about him. What never ceases to amaze me about Arun is how he can accomplish so much with so little preparation. Arun once visited us in college after his first year of medical school, and when he arrived, I noticed his medical books were strewn about the back seat of his car. I picked one up and I opened it, and it made a cracking sound as if it had never been opened before. So that got me thinking a little bit more about Arun and wondering if there were other things he had skipped a bit. And I remembered that back in high school we had some English classes together, and I was lucky enough to find the syllabus for those classes. I searched for the appropriate quotes of love, and because today we're here to celebrate the love of Arun and Chris, I have a few questions for you, Arun. And any of you who feel moved to shout out the answers, feel free to help Arun. So, can you identify this quote? If all else perished and he remained, I should still continue to be. And if all else remained and he were annihilated, the universe would turn to a mighty stranger. Arun? Anyone? That's Emily Bronte, Wuthering Heights, 12th grade British literature, Mrs. Heron. I bet no one was expecting a pop quiz today. So number 2. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside without her. Arun? Want to use a lifeline? Frank? Moon? Anyone?
Genesis?
No, that's Mark Twain, The Diaries of Adam and Eve. That's 11th grade American literature with Mr. Robinson. Now, you might think that I'm criticizing Arun, but you couldn't be more wrong. While preparing to perform this wedding ceremony, I realized the genius of the way of Arun. He doesn't waste time overthinking things. He quickly analyzes what's important and he jumps. He didn't have to analyze Chris. He didn't have to review. He didn't have to do any pros and cons. He knew in his heart that she was right for him. And today I'm lucky enough to play a small part in that love story. I only have 2 more quotes. My wife told me to include this one, so listen. To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup, whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. That's Ogden Nash. And this one, I know Arun feels about his beautiful bride, Chris. You all might have heard this before. But it simply says, if you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. And that's Winnie the Pooh, A.M. Milne. We'll get to the vows shortly, but we have a few readings first. And at this time, I would like to ask Jessica Middleton, one of Arun and Chris's close friends, to come up and share the first reading. So you guys can stay here. Sure.
A reading from the album Dark Horse, track 10, by the Canadian poets Nickleback. My best friend gave me the best advice. He said, each day is a gift and not a given right. Leave no stone unturned, leave your fears behind, and try to take the path less traveled by. I actually think that's Frost, not Nickleback, but we'll let it go. The first step you take is the longest stride. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you had. If today was your last day, if today was your last day. Against the grain should be the way of life. What's worth the prize is always worth the fight. Every second counts because there's no second try. There are second tries, really. But live like you'll never live it twice. Don't take the free ride in your own life, in your Porsche. If today was your last day, would you make your mark by mending a broken heart? You know it's never too late to shoot for the stars, regardless of who you are. So even for some of us here. So do whatever it takes, because you can't rewind a moment in this life. Let nothing stand in your way, because the hand of time is never on your side. If today was your last day, and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you have. Would you call old friends you never see? Reminisce old memories? Would you forgive your enemies? Would you find that one you're dreaming of? Swear up and down to God above that you finally fell in love if today was your last day.
Thank you, Jessica. Interesting and true words. If today was your last day, tomorrow would be a little late to see a wedding like this one. Our second reading will be given by Lori Levinson, one of Chris's lifelong friends. Lori? Is that a backup singer?
I brought TJ up here because he knows lyrics from every single song under the sun. And you know this one.
Yeah.
And you know why it's going to be very painful to read.
For you?
And me.
Okay.
And me. All right. This second song is from the album Love. It's track number 26. It was written and done by those famous poets across the pond. I'm sure you've heard of the Beatles. Okay, now I'm going to need help. The song is All You Need Is Love. So when I go like this, he's going to help me by doing this. You're going to all say, all you need is love. Got it?
Da 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 da.
All right, well, so we started with 900 loves. Ready? Everybody? Love.
Love, 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 love.
Perfect. Very good. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game.
It's easy.
Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time.
It's easy. Da 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 da.
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love.
You didn't know it was karaoke night, did you?
Love. 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 Love.
Come on, people.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
Love is Okay, who's next?
Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
There's not much more to say than love. The final reading will be performed by Mark McCann, a fellow Charles F. Bryce High School graduate who also skipped all those classes.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's going to be a hard act to follow. Less theatrical, but nonetheless, this is track 3 from Brad Paisley's album, American Saturday Night. When I was 10 years old, I remember thinking how cool it would be when we were going on an 8-hour drive if I could just watch TV. And I'd have given anything to have my own Pac-Man game at home. I used to have to ride down to the arcade. Now I've got it on my phone. Hey, glory, glory, hallelujah. welcome to the future. My grandpa was in World War II. He fought against the Japanese. He wrote 100 letters to my grandma, mailed them from his base in the Philippines. I wish they could see this now. The world they saved has changed, you know. Because I was on a video chat this morning with a company in Tokyo. Hey, every day is a revolution. Welcome to the future. Hey, look around. It's all so clear. Hey, wherever we're going, well, we're here. Hey, so many things I never thought I'd see happening right in front of me. I had a friend in school running back on the football team. They burned a cross in his front yard for asking out the homecoming queen. I thought about him today, and everybody who'd seen what he'd seen, from a woman on a bus to a man with a dream. Hey, wake up, Martin Luther. Welcome to the future. Hey, glory, glory, hallelujah. Welcome to the future. And welcome to Chris and Arun's future.
Thanks, Mark. To the future indeed. And now to the vows. Ready? Okay. With that, I ask you now these questions as your wedding vow.
Yes, I will answer you right now. My answers will become my solemn vow, provided our guests don't have a cow.
I too will give you my solemn vow.
Will you love him if he's rich? Will you love her in a ditch? From today until the end of time, even if his words don't rhyme?
I will love her definitely if she's rich.
And I will love him in a ditch.
And I will love her even when she's being a witch.
Will you love him for richer, for poorer? Will you love her for quiet or snorer? From today until the cows come home and never stop writing goofy poems?
I will love him if he's poor.
I will love her if she snores.
And I will love him if he's a boy.
Will you love with all your heart? Will you love till death do you part? Will you have and hold forever each other's hearts till the stars grow cold?
I will love forever 1,000-fold, till death do us part and our blood grows cold.
I will love forever 1,000-fold or until our brains grow mold.
Will you love through good and bad? Will you love in times happy and sad?
I will love through good and bad and in times of happy and sad. Because he is the best friend I've ever had.
You can do it.
I will love her in good times and sad. As that is the promise I made her dad.
Will you take him as your mate? Will you have her as your date? From this day on and evermore, no matter what your life may have in store.
I will have him as my mate, starting on this, our wedding date.
I for sure will have her as my mate, as it is our fate.
Step forward, one step down. Face each other. If you'll be wed through and through, there must be a ring for each of you. Each give other a special wedding band that was chosen with love for each other's hand. Exchange the rings. Fireworks soon. Face each other. Now, with rings in place, I ask you, do you take each other as husband and wife to be true?
Yes, we do.
We do.
We do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife